Have you ever noticed your partner avoiding kisses? Not just occasionally, but as a consistent pattern? What if I told you this isn't just about preference, but about control, power, and deep-seated narcissism? Narcissistic women often have a complicated relationship with physical affection, especially kissing. While they may demand attention in other ways, something as intimate as a kiss feels too vulnerable, too revealing, or worse, too giving for their liking. But why? In this video, we're breaking down the 10 disturbing reasons why narcissistic women avoid kissing their partners, from hygiene obsession to emotional blackmail, entitlement, and even affairs. If you've ever felt like your affection was being weaponized or dismissed, stick around. This isn't just about a kiss. It's about the psychology behind the avoidance. Reason 1. Hygiene obsession, a fear of imperfection. Ever notice how she recoils when you lean in for a kiss? It's not just about bad breath, it's about her obsession with flawlessness. Narcissistic women often see themselves as above normal human imperfections. Saliva, the idea of shared germs, or even the slightest hint of imperfection triggers disgust. But here's the truth. This isn't really about hygiene, it's about control. As Dr. Craig Malkin, Harvard psychologist and author of Rethinking Narcissism, explains, narcissistic women avoid kissing because it threatens their need for control and perfection. It forces them to reveal emotional vulnerabilities they're terrified to show. Think about it. A kiss requires mutual participation. It's messy, human, and imperfect. And for a narcissist, that's a nightmare. She wants to curate every interaction, keeping you at arm's length. Literally. If she kisses you, she's admitting you're on her level. And narcissists can't stand that. One viewer told me his wife would only kiss him after he brushed his teeth. But even then, she'd wipe her mouth after. That's not hygiene. That's disdain. But hygiene is just the surface. The next reason, affection isn't a two-way street. It's a power play. Reason 2, entitlement. Affection is a one-way street. Narcissists treat affection like a privilege, one only they can grant. She might demand cuddles, compliments, or attention when she's in the mood, but the second you initiate, suddenly you're needy or too much. Kissing requires mutual desire. And that's the problem. She doesn't do mutual. Her love is a monologue, not a conversation. Pay attention. If she only touches you when she wants to, that's not love. That's ownership. Reason 3, devaluation. Kissing is beneath me. Early in the relationship, she couldn't keep her hands off you. Now, she acts like kissing you is a chore. This is classic narcissistic devaluation. Once she has you, your worth drops in her eyes. Intimacy becomes a tool. She'll dangle it to keep you hooked but rarely deliver. And the cruel twist, the less she gives, the more you crave it. That's not love. That's psychological bait and switch. Reason 4, jealousy and control, resenting your demand. Narcissists hate feeling controlled, even by something as simple as a request for a kiss. If you try to initiate, she might call you pushy or guilt trip you. Why are you pressuring me? But here's the truth. She wants to be the only one who decides when and how affection happens. Your desire for intimacy feels like defiance to her. So she punishes you by withholding what she knows you want most. Reason 5, fear of vulnerability. Weakness disgusts them. Real intimacy requires vulnerability, and narcissists would rather walk on glass than admit they need anything. As Dr. Ramani Durvasula, clinical psychologist and narcissism expert, says, narcissists avoid kissing not because they don't feel, but because they can't stand being seen. Vulnerability is their kryptonite. Think about it. A kiss is raw, human, and unscripted. For someone who wears a mask 24/7, that's terrifying. So they freeze you out. Not because they're strong, but because they're fragile. Reason 6, unrealistic standards. The kiss that's never good enough. With a narcissist, no matter how perfect the kiss is, It'll never meet her standards. Too passionate? You're overwhelming. Too gentle? You're boring. She'll critique your technique, timing, or even your breath. Not because she wants improvement, but because she wants you to chase her approval. This is a classic narcissistic trap. She sets impossible expectations, so you're always striving, never succeeding. And the moment you stop trying, she'll accuse you of not caring enough. It's a game you can't win, because it's rigged. Reason 7, emotional withholding, kissing as reward or punishment. Narcissists don't kiss to connect, they kiss to control. If you've behaved, obeyed, she might reward you with a peck on the cheek. But if you dare disagree or upset her, suddenly her lips are locked tighter than Fort Knox. This is emotional withholding, a toxic power play designed to keep you anxious and compliant. The message is clear. Your access to love depends on my mood. And the longer this goes on, the more you'll shrink yourself to fit her ever-changing rules. Reason 8, emotional affairs, saving intimacy for someone else. Here's a painful truth. If she avoids kissing you but seems unusually close to someone else, a friend, coworker, or ex, she's likely diverting her intimacy elsewhere. Narcissists thrive on novelty and ego boosts, so they'll often withhold kisses from their partner to reserve that energy for a new source of admiration. As Dr. George Simon, expert on manipulative behavior, notes, narcissists compartmentalize affection. The partner gets duty, the new interest gets passion. Pay attention. If she's suddenly too tired for a kiss, but lights up around others, it's not a coincidence. It's a choice. Reason 9, fear of true intimacy, kissing equal losing the mask. A kiss isn't just physical, it's a moment of raw, unfiltered connection. And that's exactly what terrifies a narcissist. Behind the grandiosity is a fragile ego terrified of exposure, and if she kisses you deeply, she risks you seeing the real her, insecure, needy, and far from perfect. So she avoids it, substituting performative affection, like a stiff hug or air kiss, to maintain her illusion of control. The irony? The very thing she fears, authentic love, is the only thing that could heal her. But she'll sabotage it to stay safe. Reason 10, toxic independence. I don't need your affection. Some narcissistic women pride themselves on being ice queens, untouchable, unbothered, and above needy displays of affection. They'll frame their avoidance as strength. I'm not clingy like other girls. But it's really emotional immaturity. By rejecting kisses, they reinforce their delusion of total self-sufficiency. But here's the reality. Humans need connection. If she's pathologically allergic to vulnerability, that's not strength. It's a defense mechanism masquerading as power. If you've watched this and thought, wow, this is exactly what I've been through, then you're not alone. Narcissistic avoidance of affection isn't just confusing, it's damaging. But here's the good news. Understanding these patterns is the first step to breaking free. So let me ask you, did you recognize any of these 10 reasons in your relationship? Have you ever felt your partner weaponize kisses or affection? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And if this video helped you see the truth, do me a favor. Hit the like button. It helps others find this content. Subscribe for more deep dives on narcissism, manipulation, and healing. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We're exposing all the toxic tactics, from silent treatment to gaslighting, and you won't want to miss it. Remember, you deserve love that's given, not controlled. See you in the next one.